My two main gifts and abilities. I'm a psychic, so I have the gift of connecting with your energy and talking about different things going on in your present as well as the future. And you're able to ask any questions to your loved ones on the other side and your spirit guides regarding your present and future, whether that's family members, relationships, work, health, whatever might be on your mind, Laurie.
Okay.
And channeling in as a medium, I have the ability to let you know who I felt came in with you through the door and your loved ones looking over you from the other side, and the messages of closure and validation they have for you, that they're always beside you and walking still with you. And while we're channeling in, if you're familiar with automatic writing, I know you're one of my angels on my page, so you've probably seen, like on my lives, I scribble and write. That's just automatic writing and how your loved ones talk to me. But we can start psychically or with your loved ones passed over and who I feel.
Whoever wants to come through, how's that?
Felt so strongly, mother and father presence wanting to come forward right away for you. I felt both of your parents looking over you. So are they both
Make me cry.
Are they both crossed over?
Yes.
'Cause your mom came forward to me before you got here today. I felt her energy around me all morning, even as I was at home saying, I'm here, I'm here. Your father kept bringing the message forward that it was okay you weren't able to see him at the end of his life.
But we were all there when he took his last breath.
And he just kept telling me that his sister wasn't able to be there at the time.
Yeah, my sister didn't make it, but we let her believe that she did because we didn't want her to feel left out.
So looking over your sister always. Your mom said she struggled at the end with her lungs and speaking. She wanted to know she understood everything you said to her. She kept thanking me for you being by her side those last 3 months I felt were a struggle for her.
Yeah.
She kept saying that you were her girl, so I felt you two were always very close. But she kept referencing a letter she read as well. So if somebody wrote a letter to her at the end of her life, and I kept hearing Jeff, a reference to that name so strongly, that brother connection.
It's my brother's name.
Jeff, looking over him always and protecting over him. And had a strong reference to cars right away with Jeff as well. So if he works with cars or on them, she said she's with them every day at work always.
Lucky her, he's cranky at work, I hear.
And I felt somebody passed away with stomach issues. That message kept coming forward very strongly, and I felt it was a younger energy passed over on the other side. November kept coming forward as validation.
My brother-in-law, but that wasn't from stomach, that was a car accident at a young age. I had the biggest crush on him when I was little. I wrote him love letters.
Well, it kind of even makes sense with the letters I was talking about just a few minutes ago. I felt very strongly father-in-law's energy wanting to connect with you as well. Is he passed over? I felt father-in-law and mother-in-law both connecting, wanting to connect with you, but father-in-law wanted to speak first and letting you know he was protecting over you as well. Kept referencing August being very significant as validation, his birthday or passing, I felt. So does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And he was very protective, his energy. He showed me he was in one of the services I felt. October was very significant with your mother-in-law. But a battle of cancer being healed for her, I felt on the other side. That message came forward. She referenced her passing being very quick, I felt as well. There was a much, much younger energy I felt passed over. Felt my stomach and brain feeling a lot of energy and just a lot going on health-wise.
It could be Tim again, because he was in a coma for a year. So really, we don't know. He never came out of it. So we really don't know what he died of. So he could have died of something with his stomach.
Well, Savannah, your cousin just kept referencing music being a strong connection between the two of you. I kept feeling this strong message coming forward. He kept telling me, like, look at Savannah and talk about music with him or his playlist, because that was his way of kind of getting validation, say to you. So knowing you when you listen to music that reminds you of him, if that makes sense. Because I felt a very strong younger male wanting to come through right away. But he wanted...
That's Warren.
He kept driving around on the other side. So was he always picking you up, or did he take you out, Warren, to school? Because he kept coming and driving up with the car, kind of telling me, like, get in to show me to bring that message forward. So keeping those memories close with you and Warren and driving around. And he kept referencing holidays always being a happy time at your home. He kept saying, and always being happy to be at your house, Laurie. So if you guys hosted Christmas or you still went over on
we did parties
Halloween,
all the time.
He kept referencing Halloween as well, being a big time at your house, being happy.
Yep. Oh, good.
Your father's happy you were able to keep a hat of his. He kept taking on and off his head.
I do have several items of his, but not a hat.
Do you have a hat of a loved one that's passed over?
My mom's.
Your mom? Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those hats, because he liked when she wore her hat.
Did she? Okay. Well, your mom and dad came forward right together. I told you as soon as you came on in, saying when you pray to her and you talk to her that way, she always hears you as well.
Whenever I say I want my mommy.
These last few months, she's protected over you always. And you dreaming more vividly of her recently, I felt is just her letting you know she's protecting over you and not wanting you to be fearful in any way.
She's been my strength.
She kept holding up her phone to me as if she were leaving you a voicemail. So you've been able to listen to her voice on a message.
Her Halloween message I have, where she used to do a really good witch cackle.
Because she kept holding up her phone to me, wanting to talk about that voicemail.
It makes you laugh because it sounds just like a witch.
Your father was so thankful for something you guys planted for him. He kept wanting me to thank you for a memorial. So that's done by his grave where he's laid to rest.
We have a bench done.
Guys, he kept referencing something that his children had done just for him and being so grateful and thankful for that.
We did a bench and then we put like a family tree on it. So it has all of us kids on it as a branch.
Dad, he said he wanted to thank each one of his children for that. Your dad's energy, I feel, presents himself so strongly in your home and in your bedroom. You feel your father's energy very strongly. He kept referencing a candle he was talking about so strongly. Do you have a candle of your father's?
The smell that I smell.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like a cigarette smell and sometimes it's like a pipe smell. And I've always wondered who that is.
Okay,
so
that validation, your dad, yeah.
Like a candle, you know, it's like not a pipe smell, but it is a pipe smell, and it's weird.
You kept referencing a move 8 years ago he knew about and was so proud of. So does that make sense for a loved one in the family? Or
maybe moving my mom into my house when she got bad, because that would have been 8 years ago.
Your grandfather, Savannah, kept telling me, I feel as you've had dreams with him that you weren't always able to pinpoint maybe that was him. So he kept referencing passing away at a much younger age, and as Savannah was much younger as well, too.
They didn't get to meet. He died 2 months before she was born.
And I kept cradling her like a baby to me on the other side. And he's had 3 dogs on the other side with him since he came forward as well, so looking over you, too. Yeah. And is there a Mike in the family? Because I kept feeling a reference to an Uncle Mike connecting as well.
I have an Uncle Mike. Or I had an Uncle Mike.
He passed on, I felt, because I felt him wanting to come through, looking over you as well, too. So Uncle Mike saying hello. And he kept referencing, felt his passing. He wasn't able to say goodbye to the family because he said it was unexpected. So he wanted you to know how much he loved you here in the physical world. He felt he lives out of state. Is there a Linda? He kept saying a Linda.
Not that I can.
Okay.
Maybe one of his many girlfriends.
Linda might connect for you later on when you think about it.
Right. Maybe when I talk to my sister, she'll be like, yeah, that Linda is this person.
That's usually how sometimes it goes after a reading. And your father's mom, I felt wanting to come forward as well. She kept letting me know she passed away sooner here in the physical world than she wanted to. She kept referencing September as well with her departure, your dad's mom, looking over you as well, life. But if she had larger hair here in the physical world when you remember your dad's mom.
She wore wigs.
Okay, she wore wigs. That makes sense. She's got a big wig on. She was showing me. And who has the tattoo for somebody, I feel, as well? I kept hearing a reference to being outside of a grandmother, but someone else wanted to talk.
My brother and sister-in-law have tattoos for Warren.
Okay, do they? It's beautiful, because he kept holding on, showing me my wrist and wanting to talk about a tattoo somebody had done. He cut off your grandmother and said, talk about the tattoo. But letting them know that if they're listening, he's very grateful they have that for him. He looks over them always. I felt there was such a strong significance with cardinals, too, with them as well. Or there's like a cardinal kind of, I don't know the right term you're showing me, a cardinal home or a bird box they have outside their house.
We just put one up in my bedroom window.
Oh, get out.
For the cardinals,
Because they want you to know they know about that. He was acknowledging Warren was showing me he kind of found a home to go to. So I feel you'll be looking over your nephew strongly and your parents. So when you see 3 or 4 of the birds, you know, all right, they're all here now, looking after you.
Every time I open my back door, I hear a cardinal sing. Savannah really put the box up for the cat.
And I felt Warren was looking over someone named Jaden here in the physical world, that name coming forward. So it might be a close friend or a family member, too. And there was a much younger co-worker I felt looking over you as well. I felt you worked with this young lady and she passed away from a battle with a cancer. He was telling me you guys worked together for a 6-year period.
Severally.
But you know she was looking after you as well.
I didn't know she passed, but I knew she had breast cancer.
Your mom kept holding on to a heart necklace, telling me like you were her heart here in the physical world. All your siblings were, but wanting you to know she is right beside you and in your heart always.
I am the favorite child then. That's what we wrote in her obituary. I'll have to show it to you.
Get out of here.
We were like, we all know who the favorite child was one of the lines we put in it, because she had 6 of us. And she said she never had a favorite, so we jokingly left it.
Someone may have passed away on the 15th, or their birthday was, but that was been coming forward as well as validation for a couple of minutes.
It's my dad's birthday, August 15th.
You guys always went up north. He said keeping those car rides as a young child, those memories. He was hunting and presenting himself in that nature on the other side. So if family members hunt or do things like that around you now, he's with them always.
Aw. Yeah, we used to have fun weekends up north. Car drives.
Now, with your loved ones, Laurie, are there any questions that you have channeling on in with them?
I really don't. I don't question for him. It was just my biggest question was the one, if we could find out who my visitor with the smoke smell was.
Oh, your dad, absolutely. He kind of took me right to your room in the house and saying that's where he grabs your attention very strongly. So look into those signs from your dad.
That's who my dog's looking at.
Animals are extremely, extremely intuitive. So they're always picking up on something that you're not able to see right there, but you know something's going on.
I love it.
Psychically, Laurie, did you have any questions channeling on in?
No, I don't. That's the weird part. You pretty much, no, do you see, I know that I have faith and I believe that I will be. Do you see any more bumps in the road for me health-wise?
Health-wise, I didn't feel any more bumps in the road while channeling in. Your parents didn't show me, or Warren, or your loved ones, and I feel where you're going to be able to have relief and kind of being able to have recovery coming forward. So I see we're going to be regaining all your strength that you are right now. But your mom and dad protect over you very strongly, and I feel where the hard part you just went through, they kept letting me know very strongly.
Good.
Now, do you have crystals or healing stones at all, girlfriend?
I do at home.
All right. No, I can't thank you enough for allowing me to read for you on my podcast and coming on in. And now the fun part, too, I'm going to get you some crystals and stones.